Okay, welcome back to ep5, I think, of how to explain this workout. Now, it's the day I hate the most, and the day everyone hates the most, leg day. So basically, right here, I'm on a leg extension machine. Okay, let me slow down now. So basically, the way you want to set up this machine is that there are multiple levels to this machine. The first level right here is going to be the seat. Basically, you get to like move this part of the seat back. So basically, you just want to push this and then just adjust the seat to your liking. Now, the way that you want to adjust this machine is that you want to make sure that your knees, like the back of your knees, are all like this pattern right here. So you gotta drag yourself towards this over here and try to make sure that your back is like on the padding. So right now, this is too far. So I have to bring it closer. And then once I'm ready and I feel comfortable, okay. Now my knees feel good. Now, next part is to adjust this pattern right here. Now, this leg extension machine is different from the rest because this one you can just like adjust it like using your legs yourself. But there are other leg extension machines where you have to like adjust like manually. So there'll be like something right here to allow you to like adjust like this part right here and make sure that it like stays in that one spot. But it's not one of the machines that's quite different than this. Okay, so the next part is range of motion. Now you got this level right here that could allow you to change the range of motion depending on what range of motion you want. Me personally, I like going all the way to 1 for the maximum range of motion. And once I have all those components together, I just want to sit back, make sure this padding is on the back of my knees right here. I'm nice and tight right here. And then I go lay on this pattern right here. And then once all the components are set in stone, you just want to raise it up and kick upward. Now, oh yeah, something I also forgot. Make sure that you hold onto the handles. And make sure when you hold onto the handles, you want to pull downward on the handles. That way you could just lift up and down, just like so. That way you won't lift off the seat, because some people, you'll be like, whoop. Oops, my bad. Yeah, something like that. So like I said, sit down on the padding, on the seat, hold on tightly, pull downward, and just kick upward. And also when you kick upward, make sure you have your toes like upward. Not like down like when you're swimming. I want your toes to be upward. Now you can feel comfortable with your ankles, have a good feeling in your legs. And that's it. Alright. I like the fact that the seat goes right next to the leg extensions. Okay, so basically, safety as before, you want to set up this machine. So the seat is really simple towards the leg extensions. So you just want to slide to your liking. But this time, you got this padding up here, which allows you to like put pressure on your legs. That way your legs won't like go flying off, and once you try to like cool it down, it won't bring, I don't know how to say this. But basically, like I said, you want to adjust the seat to your liking. For this machine, you want to like go like a little bit forward and make sure that your knee, at the back of the knee is like on now this. Me personally, I like the fact it's like that. And once you do that, you have this, hold up. Yeah, this part right here, this lever, which allows you to control this pattern right here to position the padding on where you want on your legs. So me personally, I like to have it like right over here. What number is this? 3? Okay. And you got this one, this level here, which allows you to change the range of motion of the exercise. Me personally, I like going over to the top for the maximum range of motion. And then once you got those two together, you have this level right here, which allows you, like I said, put pressure on the legs. Because I like going like all the way down as far as possible to make sure my legs bend backward. Even though you don't want that to happen generally. And once you're done with all that, you want to hold onto the bars and then just curl the weight towards your butt. Now you could do this 2 ways. You have it like seated like this, the way I'm seated, or you could lean forward while hugging on it. and make sure you keep your back straight, and then you just want to curl downward and then go back up, just like so. Okay, so like I said before, you can adjust the seat right here. Make sure that the patty's down the back of your knees all the way. You have this to adjust the range of motion. You have this right here to adjust where you want the padding to be on your back of your legs or calves. And you want this to be pressed down your legs, just like so. And then once you have all that, you could curl down the weight just like this, or you could lean forward and curl down the weight just like so. That's basically it for the leg curl machine. There's a leg press machine. So basically, the way you want to set this up is that you have this lever right here, which adjusts the range of motion of your desire. So right here, I'm on the maximum range of motion, so I'll be over here, and this is the lowest range of motion they could be at. But I'm gonna put like over here, just for so y'all can see. Okay, so this is how you want to set up. So you want to make sure that you put your legs on this platform right here, and make sure your legs are evenly spread out amongst each other. So me personally, I like to do at least like shoulder width apart. Now I had to put this at another angle, but right now you can see as my knee flexor is 90 degrees, which is a good start. And then you want to push back on the padding, make sure you got your desired range of motion. Legs are shoulder width apart. Knee flexion is right here, 9 degrees. And then once you have all these components together, you want to make sure that your toes are also pointing in the same direction as your knees. Sorry, your knees have to be pointing in the same direction as your toes. Pretty sure I mentioned that in the third episode. And then once you have those components together, you want to push off using your legs and try not to push off using your joints. That's how I learned what to do, because when I was using this machine, I was pushing with my joints instead of with my muscle, and now because of that, I got knee pain. Not as intense as before, but it's still there. Okay, so this is another angle. So like I said, legs shoulder width apart from each other. Make sure they even spread out, and make sure your knees are pointing in the same direction as your toes. And then you just want to push. But I forgot how you tell you how the way you push. So basically, you want to push like with your whole leg. So basically, you don't want to be like on your tippy toes where you push it. You don't want to be like on your heels where you tippy toes. You want to push like with your whole entire leg. So basically, all the pressure should be going like in 1, 2, and 3 parts of the footing. And then once you do that, you just want to push, and everything's simple from there. And that's basically it. Okay, editor time here. So something I forgot to mention about the leg press machine. This goes for the hack squat and the angle leg press too. So basically, as you're going through the motion, so basically, just imagine like your legs are like this. So once you're going through the motion, try not to like straighten out your legs. You want to make sure you have a slight bend in your legs. Because if you go like straight out, and if you like press it like straight out like this, you all risking injury. Like your legs will like snap backward, and you don't want that to happen. Okay, that's one way to use the machine. So another way you can use the machine is if the calf press is like unavailable, you could make this leg press into a calf press. Even though the calf essentially is literally right there, just showing it the way you could do it over here. So basically, the way you want to set up is basically safety as the leg press machine, but this time your legs have to be more lower, like to like this part right here of the platform, and make sure that the balls of your feet are like right there on that curve right there on the platform. And then once you do that, you want to push off, and then you want to go down with your foot. Make sure you get a good stretch in the gastrocnemius, aka the calves, and then you just want to push into a tippy toe, just like so. Now you could go all the way down and come to the middle, or you could go all the way down and come all the way up. Either way, going all the way down will give you a good stretch in the calves, just like so. And that's basically it for the calf press machine. Okay, so this is the half squat machine. There's actually two variations of half squat. I like this one better. So basically So basically what you want to do is you want to have your legs set up like you're doing a leg press machine. And you want to slide yourself into the top of the spider right here. Now, you want to push yourself, and there are two levels right here. That way you could just like release the weight, and then you want to adjust yourself correctly. And then once you have your legs shoulder width apart, like so, you want to make sure, then you go all the way down, or as far down as you can, and then try to go all the way up, just like so. Now, like I said, this machine is similar to a leg press machine, so you want to have the same components as when you're doing a leg press. So, knees pointing the same way as your toes. Oops. And just push down with your whole foot. And then once you're done, you want to rest the weight by pushing it on the handles on the sides. So similar to the half squat machine, you got a barbell machine, a barbell, which is more universal for lifts. Maybe I should move this. Okay, so basically what you want to set up the barbell squat is by you want to walk forward. You want to go under the bar. Now there are two ways you could go under the bar. Now, you can either do a high bar squat or a low bar squat. The high bar squat goes on the top of your traps, and the low bar goes like on your real delts or mid, a little bit lower than traps. Me personally, I like doing the high bar squat. Okay, so once you get under the bar, you want to make sure you position your legs to that way you can push the ball vertically. And then once you do that, you want to step back, do a little foot movement here and there. Make sure that your legs are, I want to say, shoulder width apart. You have a little slight outward angle with the toes. And like I said, make sure that your knees are pointing the same direction as your toes. And then the way you want to set up your upper body is you want to have your core tighten. And you have like a little butt twink and a little. That way it could be like more fluid with the motion. And make sure you keep your back up straight as well. And try not to like lean like forward with a lot of hip hinge. And then once you get set up, you just want to go down. And the bar should always be moving in a vertical path. Not like all over the place, like you're wobbling. You want to be stable when you do this exercise, because this exercise could be dangerous if you're not careful. So once you go down to 9 degrees or below, you just want to push upward, like I said with the axe squat and the leg press, and push with your whole foot, just like so. So like I said, get under the bar. Also something I forgot to mention, make sure you're even under the bar, that way you don't like tip to one side or the other. So basically get under the bar, push upward, go back. I'm gonna go further so you can see me. Make sure your legs are shoulder width apart. And have your legs slightly outward in the angle. Have a little butt swing, or keep your back straight up. Well, not straight up, but have a little hinge in the hips while keeping your back straight. And then just go down. And also as you go down, you can move your knees like forward, like above your toes. People generally say you should not do that, but me personally, I like having my knees like a little bit forward than my toes. So once you get over here, like I said, you just want to push upward with your whole foot, just like so. Let me see if I can move it back. And just like so. And let me get a good side angle that I can see. Keep your back straight. And the bar path should be vertical and not all over the place like so. Just vertical and push upward. And that's it. Okay, so y'all remember the good mornings I taught y'all earlier? Well, not in this video, in the other ones. So basically what we're going to do is audio. So basically, you want to make sure that your legs, you can have to do this two ways, either conventional or sumo. So basically conventional is like having your legs shoulder width apart, and sumo is having a bit more of a wider stance. I'm going to show both, but at this angle, I'm just going to show like the form, and afterward, I'm going to show the other angle with the other forms. So basically, what you want to do is that you want to go down the bar. Make sure that you grab the bar. You have to grab the ball like three ways. You can do it with a pronated grip, supinated grip, or missed grip. Me personally, I like doing a pronated grip because I don't know why. So right now, I'm doing conventional. So here, so like I said, grab the bar. Make sure that you grab the ball evenly on both sides. So they should be, your arms should be like evenly spread out, just like your legs are evenly spread out. And you want to go down, make sure your back is straight, have a hinge at the hips, and bent in the knees. And then once you proceed to move, you want to take the slack off the bar. So make sure you have the tension all over the body. And then once you do that, you want to drag the weight up your shins, and as you go up, you want to release the hinge, and everything should come up all in one motion. And to go down, you want to hinge at the hips and bend at the knees at the same time. Just like so. Okay, the second to last exercise is abduction. So basically, it's an exercise work out the outer part of your legs, the outer thigh. Now, I'm gonna go really like this because I got leg issues right now. I'm gonna just slide this in. Okay, so basically the way you want to set this machine up is by, hold on, where's the handle? Okay, so basically there's a handle over here that allows you to move the seat out of backward or forward. Right now I'm going to put it in the middle, and depending on how far or back you are, we'll work on different parts of the outer thigh. Just know I forgot which parts. Just know there are 3 parts that you can work out using this exercise. I'm just not going to say the muscles because I don't generally remember. So basically the way you want to set this up is like I said, you could adjust the seat, and then you could adjust the spread or the range of motion of how much you want. Right now, this is the best range of motion because I don't know anyone who go like all the way outside. So close is better to really engage the outer thigh. Okay, so once you have those two together, you lay back, range of motion is good. Now, the last thing you have to do is just do the workout, and that's just to spread your legs. I mean, there's not much I can say about this exercise because this exercise is really easy to do. It's impossible to mess up this exercise. Like, if you have legs, you could do this exercise. But honestly, there's honestly nothing else I can say about this exercise. Exercise is very simple. Let's go to the adduction. Okay, so as you can see here, I just moved one step from the abduction, and now it's adduction. So basically, this exercise is basically the opposite of the AB. This time, instead of spreading out, you're trying to close in your legs. So basically, you want to adjust the seat. Adjust this part, adjust the padding to your desired range of motion. Now, if you're very flexible, you can go all the way back. But if you don't have that much flexibility, you can go closer. Right now, I'm gonna go this closer because leg issues. Right, this should be fine. And just like the abduction, there's a way to adjust the seat right here. The handle's gone. Can I still pull it? I can still pull it. don't think adjusting the seat would do much. Well, anyways, so this time you want to have your legs outside of the padding instead of like inside the padding. You want to lay back on the seat, and then you just want to roll down the weight. I mean, not lower down the weight. I'm just learning that for myself. And you just want to close in your legs. Like I said, this exercise is very simple. Anyone who has legs could do this. I mean, there are people who use this machine without actually like using it this intentional way. For example, back flies. That's if you skip legs, though. I skip legs. So basically, like I said, is range of motion is basically simple. Exercise, very simple. Numbers, like I say, just like the AB motion. Just sit back, relax, and just close your legs. That's it. And this will work out the inner thigh, the abductor, the muscle I hate the most because my injury. Now this is the end of the video. So if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or tips, or if you need any clarification on the workouts that I just explained, comment down below, subscribe, like, and also follow. I got 3 Instagrams, MyTimeFit, MyTime_fit, and the Strong Girls IG _IG, and YouTube is just MyTimeFit. That's it. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, follow, and see you later when I do that.